So I was born and raised in Miami. Not raised, but born in Miami, left when I was about 3. Grew up Brooklyn, New York, Flatbush, East Flatbush, the 50s, Canarsie, that whole side. Playing basketball, not really working out, but you know, with basketball comes calisthenics, so you might do a pull-up, a push-up, a dip here and there. Kind of took to the streets, 15, 16, stabbings, shootings, robberies, home invasions, locked up, incarcerated 3 to 4 different times. Did about over 10 years in prison, came home on this last one from a Fed bid and decided to push this calisthenics stuff to a whole nother level. And I'm here now with you, Cas.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we was in school, you know, of course we was really into basketball and, you know what I'm saying, like running around just being kids, man, trying to have fun. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so that, you know, that was like Matt, you know what I'm saying? That was Matthew, you feel me? But, you know, as we started getting older, and I want to say maybe like pre-teens, you know, teenager, you know, 15, 16, you know, that's when things started to change a little bit. And, you know, that's when a lot of people got introduced to Sinister, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was, you know, trying to be a certain way. It was just more so, based off of the environment and what was going on. You know, you was either gonna be a sheep or a wolf, man. And I mean, the way we grew up, we wasn't gonna be no sheep, so.
So when I first met him, it was about, I think last year I met him. So I got on social media for like 4 years. And how I found him on a channel before he was low in numbers. And you know what I mean, I seen what he was doing. I saw, you know, the union he was bringing. And I was like, I want to be a part of it, you feel me? After the whole team thing, I just, you know, I see a lot of teams going down. I saw what Rip was doing and it was just lifting each other up. But not only lifting each other up, it was about branding yourself, you feel me? So, you know, you represent the team, but you also got your brand, you know what I mean? So you take care of your family. So, you know, that's how we came about.
All of it was destined, how I see it. Last year I met Rip around July. It was at Wingate Park, and I was working out on the bleachers, and I saw Rip doing a virtual training session, and I decided to go up to Rip because I lost my Rip stick that I ordered. And we, you know, introduced ourselves, we chopped it up a bit. I bought another Rip stick off of him, and after that, I was just working with the Rip stick on the bleachers and having the community work with it. And it's funny because a lady at the park, she said, you know, you should really market the Rip stick because you know how to, you know, demonstrate it correctly and, you know. And after that, 2 weeks later, I ended up meeting Rip again, but I was doing a Uber Eats delivery and I was coming back from East New York. And I'll always go into Lincoln Terrace, you know, to do simple 10 pull-ups, 10 sets of 10 pull-ups. And I saw Rip, he saw me, and it was history, you know. That's when I joined Team Ripright right here at this park, Lincoln Terrace.
So I believe for me as a youngster, and somebody told me this, it was my boy Smooth, he was unable to make it today, but he said that he noticed that the same thing, like people flock to me, and I don't know, charismatic. I'm just like a people's person, very social, even in the prisons I went to. Certain people I have don't like me, that's normal, you can't have everybody to like you, but for the majority, they would say, yo, this dude is cool. I would, you know, make people laugh, we would build, and I usually, you know, just, I don't know, it was like natural for me, maybe from my pops, from my moms. I'm not sure where I got it from, but also I was in sales, so I'm just like a natural people person, and I believe in unity, man. Like, the divide and conquer stuff is not my style. I like to be together. I like to roll in cliques. That's what we do in Brooklyn. I like to be thick, you know. I like the brotherly love, you know what I'm saying?
Because at the end of the day, it's not about glorifying any negativity. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So the person that he is today, you know, Islam, it overshadows it, man. It's positive. I mean, if you look at what he's doing, man, it's inspirational. You know what I'm saying? He's giving back to the youth. He's putting people in positions to win, man, and that's what it's about. I mean, you know, he started doing this calisthenics and going through this whole calisthenics journey. And you talking about somebody who did, you know, over 10 years in prison, man, and you know, came home with a totally different outlook on life. You know what I'm saying? And that's commendable, man. Like that's what I raise my hat to.
The goal is, honestly, is for the youth to be able to see what we doing right here, and then rather them, you know, running to the block and whether they shooting dice or, you know what I mean, they getting indicted just for being around the wrong person. We got them, I don't even want to say distracted. We got them over here working out with us, you know what I mean, and want to, you know, change their whole lifestyle. Because if you don't know, you know, Rip done changed a lot of people's lives to the point where, you know, they was into the music industry and they wanted to go all the way north with it. We right here with it, we doing something constructive, and it's constructive, you know, it's making an outlet not only for the better of ourselves, but to create a pathway for our own, you know what I mean? Like, I got a little man, I got 2 sons, wife, so, you know, my whole house healthy, you know what I mean? And that's my foundation right there. I do anything to protect that, so I gotta lead, and that's what he doing. We leading by example.
So now the goal, a lot of people think Ripright is based upon calisthenics. It's more than that to me. Like what we said in the last theme, it's a mindset, a methodology, but I'm not building calisthenic athletes, I'm building entrepreneurs. So the main aspect is that everybody on my team or everybody on Team Ripright becomes their own boss. You don't just be Ripright. No, you have to have a goal, a mindset of building your own and working for yourself. That's one of the main goals for how I'm touching a lot of people. You got Cam, just got his own brand. POV Josh, just got his own brand. Velocity got his own brand. You got Twilight, got his own brand. So that's what it's all about, that every individual becomes a person that, you know, other people could also look up to, and they can also help and train them to be entrepreneurs as well.
I used to work out by myself. I never really used to work out with a community, and now it's not just myself, it's my teammates, and it's a whole community. We learn from each other, we grow with each other, and this is my first time, you know, experiencing this. So I'm just adapting, adjusting to it, and honestly, I love it because I call these guys my brothers, and I love them a lot, you know, because without them, I've been really down and out. So I appreciate their presence, and it's a blessing. Shout out to Rip, shout out to Team Ripright. I love him, man.
All right, so coming off the summer, you know, COVID summer last year, definitely was taking calisthenics more seriously. So what better way to take it seriously than to come to, basically the Mecca is Brooklyn. So, you know, I had to step into Lincoln Terrace Park, and Ripright hosts meetups. So, you know, text out the community, then you get the information, get his whereabouts, get the time, and you pull up. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to pull up. I'm hopping on the train. I'm actually talking to my homie, telling him all this was about to go down, because this is a big-ish moment. And stepping to Lincoln Terrace Park feels crazy, you know, you see it on film, you know, decades before my own time. And then to be here, seeing legends there, seeing Ripright, seeing Young Beast there. Pulled up to him, I was like, yo, I'm here for the meetup. He was like, let's go. Jump right into a whole set. And it's the Ripright requirement set, one of them he has on his YouTube. And we was just, from there on, it was just straight good vibes. Really great energy that he bestowed. And just the inspiration, his strength was awesome.
They tell you from the jump what the children are the future. So if you're not trying to get the kids off the street, then what's gonna happen? They're gonna end up like me. And there's so many kids, 16, 17, that ended up like me, but on a whole nother level, 25 to life, 30 to life, and they're never coming home. So if I can help that and get them off the streets, then that'll be best, and teaching them about entrepreneurship as well as calisthenics. That way they could get healthy, but not only get healthy, but use calisthenics as a means to livelihood. Something you love to do, now you're making money while you're in the park. Now you're making money while you're doing pull-ups, while you're doing push-ups, while you're doing dips, then that's gonna better that kid's future. then when he get older, he can do it for the other kids.
I mean, as you can see now, it's not like when we was younger. You know, we had, you know, different recreational centers. You know, I don't know if you remember, you know, we used to be up in Hoopland and, you know, all these different places. You know what I'm saying? You had the BRC, you know, you had St. John's. I mean, these places are still here, but you don't have the same, you know, a lot of kids, man, they outside, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know, they outside, man, and they getting into the wrong stuff. So this is just kind of, it's gonna kind of bring it back and just, you know, give the youth more inspiration to do positive things, man, and let them know that they could be entrepreneurs and they could do different things on a positive tip and still get to a bag, you know what I mean?
Now, much respect to Marvin Gatlin, which he created the ripstick and didn't really want to push it to the level or whatever have you. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him yet, but we're working on that. So when the ripsticks came into play, I didn't know whose own they was. The guy that introduced me to him was the creator of the stick. It was his student. So we started just pushing the sticks, and I seen the ability that they had on the calisthenic industry. And it took me to a whole nother, since April of last year till April of now, we're talking over 100,000 in sales. It changed my life, it changed my body, it changed me financially, it changed me in so many ways. Every workout that we as Team Ripright do, we incorporate the ripstick, and I think it's one of the best things that happened to me after my religion in reality.